I bet I drill a clean hole in somebody today.
While many players feel Zafina in Tekken 8, her being on the roster is a waste of a spot, I feel the complete opposite. Zafina represents so many wonderful things that I like to highlight within Tekken. She was pay to win DLC in Tekken 7, one of the most busted characters to walk the earth, her movement, she had so much power, and I just wondered, without that, what is this character? When you strip away all of that stuff about her, what's left? Of course, Arslan Ash was very famous for using her. He used a lot of characters, many of the waifus, Kunimitsu, Zafina, Kazumi. He won the Tekken World Tour Finals with Katarina. He played them all. One thing that I want to mention at the start of this video is that players always talk about flipping the tier list. Characters who once were powerful, maybe they shouldn't be powerful forever. Maybe their time should come. For Zafina, and I would say Leroy too, this seems to be what's happening. Arslan said this was like over a week ago, kind of when Tekken 8 first came out. The first thing he did was try out Zafina. His conclusion was, is Zafina's bad? Yes, she is dead. Kinda. This was the first seed that planted this whole Zafina is bad amongst the whole entire community. More people tried out this character, more people see what she had to offer, they realized it was nothing. Not combo damage, not movement, not everything is gone. Zafina is crushed now. She's nothing. If you look at her usage data as it stands, she's the second least popular character in the whole entire game. Her presence is absolutely zero. Now, here comes the great SonicFox. SonicFox played a lot of Zafina in Tekken 7, and it would make sense that that would continue in Tekken 8. Try the characters, see what's new, see what's different. After experimenting with Zafina, SonicFox, which at the time of recording is one of the top 3 Zafinas in the world, SonicFox comes to the conclusion that she is A tier. Trust is what Sonic says. This, after following up Arslan's statement and just everything everyone's kind of been saying about the character so far, it caused a little bit of a commotion. Shadow, the first one, who says, just gotta believe. Shadow's very interesting because one, this person is really good and this person continues to get better and better, but Shadow is a person who 6-0'd Arslan with a character at the time who people believed that wasn't good. Claudio. His power is kind of known now, but back then a lot of people wrote off the character. So Shadow's saying you just gotta believe. I do feel like if there's a will, there's a way. This is what's good about Tekken. You really can win with whatever character. Panda won a tournament, but that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about if there's a will, if there's a way, anything can happen. We're talking about, is this character truly A tier plus? Sonic says, finally beat Ninja. This is referring to Ninja Killer, I believe, a very talented Mortal Kombat player, in a set using what I knew is broken, and that's when I knew she's OD. She might even be better than her Tekken 7 variant. Now, just knowing how powerful Tekken 7 Zafina is, that's hard for me to believe. It's hard for me to believe they would make her even stronger. Once again, you talk about flipping the tier list. I don't think the developers did that. Every character kind of is stronger. Like, IMOP left a comment on one of my recent videos, and it makes a really good point. Every character's kind of busted right now, more or less. But to say Zafina is stronger than her Tekken 7 version, I don't know. Now, Arslan Ash, who once again already experimented with the character, circles around and says, nah, don't fall for it. Do not believe this. The character's dead, as you said. This sparked a whole discussion between these two characters and eventually leads with a video between Arslan and Nee, because you know those two did a 10v10, or they're doing a 10v10. I don't know if it happened yet or not, but basically it goes on. Sonic says, trust, Arslan, trust. Her offense is so broken in this game, especially in Heat. This is something we have to consider. Characters are now being viewed in more than one way. You have the normal version of the character, and then you have the Heat version of the character, which is kind of different. Different damage, different frames, different follow-ups, wall, Oki. It's multiple different ways we have to look at these characters, and I think it will take some real time for us to fully digest everything. But regardless, Arslan says, and this is what set everything ablaze, I believe you when you win something big with her. A lot of people took this as like the biggest burn ever. You're saying this character is good? Win a tournament then. Until you win a tournament, what you're saying is absolutely garbage. It's how a lot of people took it. They took it as like a real slander. SonicFox says, give me time. I don't think Arslan, like he says here, why are you guys making a big deal about it? I don't think that's what Arslan Ash meant by it. It's a simple point. It's a simple fact. Everyone thought Akuma was trash. Literally, go back and watch the tier list that Main Man did, Eris did, anyone did. He was proven to be a god because Pakistan did what they did with the character. You can point out many other examples. Like I said, Shadow using Claudio, even Nee thought Alyssa was C tier until he himself got bodied. I do agree with Arslan to where if Zafina is really, really good, then it's time for Sonic to prove it. Sonic took all of this, energy from the player base and was like, okay, I'm going to sign up for Evo. This is definitely something that we're going to see play out and unfold, but I do think players not just saying something and then everyone believing it should be the way it works. Like for Arslan, we looked at his tweet and he said Zafina's dead. We have to see more evidence about these things. I'm not saying they're right or wrong. I'm just saying we take in like content creators' words on so many things and they've been wrong in the past. Master Raven, Claudio, Katarina, Zafina, Noctis. So many things, so many times in the past, players have been wrong, and I am for the idea of prove it. Prove it. Now here's the video with Arslan and Nee. I believe Spaghetti Rip is holding the camera, I think, I'm not sure. But the person who's holding the camera says something about Zafina, and this basically just kicks off everything. Arslan and Nee are just laughing. They just can't stand it. They're just laughing so hard because she's such a joke. Nee says, no need to play Zafina, just say that she is trash and move on. Pick anyone else besides her.
Zafina's not fun.
Yeah.
No need to play Zafina. No need to play Zafina.
No need to play
Yeah,
Zafina.
yeah. Just to say this is trash.
Yes, it's trash.
Yeah.
Worse than trash.
Yeah.
Now there was another YouTube video that I watched beforehand. I want to give credit, shout out to D all the way G. This person made a video talking about this situation as well. It says SonicFox gets checked by Arslan Ash. Now, in their video, they kind of was highlighting how like SonicFox hasn't been performing that well. Now, I don't know. I haven't been following SonicFox wins or losses. But once again, you just have this moment of when you're a professional and you're making all of these claims and statements and everything, players want to see your results. This is the whole reason I'm so interested. I am dying for Evo Japan because something we have to realize is that, yes, the heat system is something that we all experience every single day. It's busted, it's broken, it's this, it's that. Some people are starting to say they prefer Tekken 7 over Tekken 8 because of the heat system. But what I always think about is the heat system, as Harada said, was put into the game because of the way tournaments play out. For the first time at Evo Japan, we will be able to see how the whole entire world operates with Tekken 8. We will be able to see exactly what Harada and his team envisioned. I think this back and forth between Arslan and the SonicFox is really interesting because you have two titans who are disagreeing with one another, and only time will tell which of the two is right.